New clutch has arrived. Pretty happy. Just bought this. A lot of research. Just didn't know which one really, but did research and found this PHC. Got off City Brake Clutch Industries down at Brisbane. It was $4.40 roughly. Then they had a discount, $3.99. Make sure it's correct for your model. So this is for the Pajero, of course. I'm going to open it up and check the specs against the old specs that I did here. So the diameter, check the diameter from one side to the other, of course. I've got the thickness, so that's how thick the actual plate is, that way. This was 5mm. Then you've got another wear indicator depth, so that's in one of these holes here, and I used the bottom of the verniers. Did it about 4 different spots. It's about 1 mil. On the old one I've got 6 springs, some have 5 or 4. Apparently that's not as good clamping force. What else have I done? The housing diameter, that's on the old housing. Pressure plate, and what else did I do? Oh, there's holes. There's the holes on the outside of the old one. I counted 9, so this one's, I'll soon find it when I go in. Okay, I put the fan on because it's a bit bloody hot, so I'll talk a bit louder if you can hear me, hopefully. Just going to unpackage this new clutch. Always cut away from yourself, guys, of course. So it's actually arrived undamaged, no marks at all, so it's been really well looked after, and how I just opened it is how I received it. Okay, so that's really good instructions, fitting guide. For anyone that's never put one together before, or a new one, like myself. We've got that's up. So this one I made sure I got a spigot lining tool, I think it's called. This one here. That's good. This is the main thing I wanted as well. It's a new throw out bearing. That's good. And then there's what have we got there? Oh, a bit of grease. That's good. And new bearing. That's your spigot bearing. So that, I already went to another bearing place in town, and that's the new one I've put in. And it's got these retainer brackets here. And if you can really see it, and stop it from sort of wanting to come out. So that's good. I've got 2 new spares of those. It's really good. So here's the flywheel itself. And when these go back together, there's like an up and a down. Once again, for those who don't know. Try not to get any fingerprints on this. Some guys would use gloves. I probably will later on. I've got this brown paper. Oh, okay, so this unit's, because it's heavy duty, so this one's got 4 springs, and they're a lot bigger than the old one. So that's because it's a heavy duty, and the technology's probably changed. I don't know if that's the original clutch I pulled out, but I'm replacing it. It doesn't look too bad, but I've replaced everything else, and especially the clutch. I've had the flywheel what do you call it, ground or machined. Nice new surface, so nice new clutch. It is a big expense, but in the long run. So the new measurement on this one compared to the old one is, might just tighten that up a little bit. Okay, so that is, I'm going to show it. It's not the best lighting, but it's got an extra 1 mil compared to the old one. So wasn't that much difference. It looked fairly new. It wasn't badly worn or anything, but yeah, anyway. A depth indication in here. So that there. Yep, the old one was 1 mil. This is about 1.5 mil. Do it in another spot. And yeah, got a good 1.5. So the housing diameter, I'll have to check that, but the diameter of the clutch plate itself, so it is 250. I'll just turn it over. Yeah, that's going to be better. Turn it over. Actually, that's I checked that the wrong way. This is the face. So if I put that to there, yep, no, it's the same depth. Anyway, so what was I checking? 250 across. Yep, 250. So that's all good. So now just got to check the base plate, but I'll do that. I'll won't bore you guys with anything else. So yeah, I just wanted to point out the there's one side. You can see how that is. It's thin. I'll turn it over. Then you've got a big chunk. Okay, so make sure you got it the right way. So on the directions it should be pretty explanatory as well. This surface here, the thin side, that's going to go towards the engine. Okay, really happy. Yeah, that was what was it? Ordered on a Monday and it got here on a Friday. Sunday night I ordered actually. So happy. And voila, new clutch assembly on. Clutch plates in behind the housing obviously, and all the outer bolts are all torqued up. And to make sure you have torqued them up, check in case you forget, get a white marker, preferably, and mark them all. One underneath. And you know they're all done. Alright. Excellent. One last step done, and this is your alignment tool to make sure the clutch in behind, because it is loose, got to keep it centre while you do up the outside nuts or bolts, sorry, and they've got to be torqued as well, of course. So that's really good, and that comes out, and then your shaft should line up later on your gearbox. Fingers crossed. Put a bit of grease in there, I suppose, and yeah, excellent.